Hello, everybody. Welcome to TIMBP Live here on this Thursday evening. My name's Perry. I'm the host of This Is My Bourbon podcast. If you are new to the show, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. If you're watching this on the replay, please go ahead and give it a like. If you're watching right now, please go ahead and give it a like. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so. Hit the bell notification as well so you can know whenever I upload videos, go live, all that sort of stuff. Let me turn my audio down just a hair. Saw it peaking a little bit. Does this mean next week I drink only 121 proof and over? There's a chance. There's always a chance, Don. There's always a chance. So, in reference to that, first off, welcome everybody. Happy to see you all here. Don, Nishida, Will Henderson, Fred, Gilbert, the man himself. I'm sure some more folks will trickle in, of course, as the evening rolls along. Daniel Kerber is in here as well. Guys, thank you all so much for hanging out with me on this Thursday night for TIMBP Live. We have a system for our super chats here known as Snuffy Chats in honor of the mascot himself, Mr. Snuffleupagus, which, inside joke, of course, hashtag Snuffy Squad. All of those links for Snuffy Chats can be found at the bottom of your screen, PayPal, Venmo, or Square / the Cash App, however you want to actually call it. And the links are also listed in the description of the episode or the video. So please go and check that out. Give you a little shout out here. Give Mr. Snuffy a cheers as well. And yeah, we'll get into it. Donnie the Linux Cat, who is here tonight as our moderator. Mr. Blue Wrench himself. Excuse me, my allergies are acting up. Wesley Zeller here as well. Hello, Wes. We're just coming off of Clifton, also known as Bourbon Bites interview with one of the co-founders of the Traverse City Whiskey Company. Really, really good interview, Clifton. I don't think you're in here right now. I think you're eating dinner at the moment, but I just wanted to let you know. Very much enjoyed that. Did a great job, my friend. What is everybody drinking on tonight? I, of course, am only going to be drinking 114 and up proof whiskeys here on this stream because it is January 14th, also known as 114 Day, which is I wouldn't say it's a national holiday, but it's recognized in smallish circles. I mean, ones that we have some familiarity with. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's 114 Day, and we're going to drink 114 proof whiskeys tonight. Trev Wilson, our other Blue Wrench, the handsomest man in all of whiskey tubing. Because he is a whiskey tuber. No. Dustin Whitaker is stone cold sober at the moment. That, my friend, sounds like it needs to change. Am I down with OG D? You know me. A little bit of a extra sound effect thrown in there as well. Decided to warm up. I didn't want to dive too headlong into 114 proof, so I'm warming up with a 111 proof, which I know is just such a major jump between the two. Four Roses single barrel strength that I got from the liquor barn here in town. 10 years old, 10 months, an OBSQ 35% rye mash bill. It is quite tasty. I am a fan of this. Swan just finished his extra large personal pan pizza. Every pizza is personal if you have big enough dreams, Swanee. SG Flying High 1. It's a great name. Great to see you. Actually, SG Flying High 1, you might be new. I think this is your first stream, so welcome in. Let's see, Emily Chambers. Hello, Emily. Clifton, I was just giving you props earlier for your wonderful interview. Thought you did a great job, man. Very, very good. Really enjoyed that. Also, getting in tomorrow, Saturday, actually. Very, very excited about this. Our buddy Kenny from Bourbon Pursuit had posted on Facebook the other day about the new Pursuit United series that had just recently been released, and Blake Reiber, also known as Sippin' Corn, reached out to me and said he would send me a bottle from Sealbox, and I said I couldn't say no to that. So I got a bottle of that coming in this Saturday, and potentially next week might try to get Kenny and or Ryan on the show to talk about it. Maybe Fred if we can swing it as well. Nick Foles, hello Nick, good to see you. Sherry G, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. You have them at Total Wine, but Swan, this one's being sent to me. This is a courtesy bottle. I didn't have to pay for this one. So, Sealbox is an awesome online retailer. Maybe next week will be brought to you by them. Who's to say? Also next week, Swan is going to be off for the next 5 weeks. So we are going to have some friendly faces on the podcast for the next few weeks. Kicking it off is going to be Mr. Adam Terry, who's going to be chatting with me about bourbon culture. And he might that might be the first that he's talked about it. But that is something that he and I are going to be discussing on next week's episode. I'm very much looking forward to having him on the show with me. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get into some 114 proofs. Why don't we? Wanted to start this old Overholt 114 proof made by Jim Beam. A couple of these tonight are actually going to be Jim Beam, interestingly enough. I'll just say I bought like 3 bottles from them, and they've all arrived safely and quickly. Quickly and safely. Excuse me. Hashtag not spons. It's all good. That's what it is. What's the coupon code on that? Not sure. I need to assign Adam his bird identity. Magpie? I'm going to go with Magpie. He seems like a swooper. I don't know why. All right. Old Overholt 114 proof. Swan and I reviewed this a few weeks back on the podcast, alongside the old Overholt 92 proof. Swan, how old was that one? Was that 11 years old? I can't remember off the top of my head. It's up on the bar, but it's a little far away for me at the moment, and I don't want to reach over and knock something over. He's an ostrich. I could see that. Maybe a penguin. He also kind of strikes me as a penguin. He's always very well dressed. I feel like penguins are the well-dressed birds of the avian world, I suppose. Adam is a swallow, as in swallowing all this bourbon. You're not wrong about that. 11, that's right. Nick Foles sipping on some ECBP C918. Still convinced it's the best batch, not in a pirate bottle. I can get on board with that. It's a belief that I hold dear. And in fact, Nick, I will drink some of that a little bit later as well, because we're drinking only above 114 proof today. Pterodactyl. Heck yes. Clifton's tipsy from his stream. That's fair. That's fair, man. You had a lot. You had a lot to consume in that 45-minute window, 50-minute window. It's a good rye whiskey. Bird who? What? Stag Junior Batch 15 is the best bourbon I have had lately. Donnie, yes. I looked for it when I went to go grab this bottle of Noah's Mill today. And it's very rare that any store in Lexington will just have a bottle of Stag Junior sitting on the shelf. But I had my eyes peeled, and didn't see it, of course. But oh well. Cliff or Cliffy? Definitely Clifton at the moment. Bird is the word. Mm. Man. 4 years old, 114 proof. That has no right to be as good as it is. First snuffy chat of the evening coming from Mr. Dustin Whitaker himself. Got to get a little bit of a pour for Mr. Snuffy as well. He says, thinking of a good friend that left us too early a few years ago. Always check on your friends and family. I'm here for you and love all y'all. R.I.P. Gary. I am going to give a big cheers, a big shout out to your buddy Gary. There, Dustin. Cheers to you, my friend. I always hate hearing that. I had I don't like calling them anniversaries, but there's almost no other way to discuss or talk about them. But I had a anniversary of a friend who passed away far too early, early December, and it's tough, man. Those are I think the hardest losses are the ones that don't make any sense, that are just the most senseless, I would say. Nick Foles, need a Stag Junior Batch 15. I was fortunate to grab a 2020 GTS, and it's a hitter, but I like to get one of each Stag Junior Batch. I do as well. Sherry said, I almost grabbed a Noah's Mill, but wasn't sure. I think it was 70. Ryan Story. My man Ryan, one of the hosts of Tell Me I'm Wrong, one of the best new podcasts to come out of 2020, if not my favorite new podcast to come out of 2020. Good to see you here, buddy. It's great to have you on tonight. Old Overholt 11 was a disappointment. I agree with you, Donnie. Clifton had the Old Overholt Bottle and Bond last night. I don't know why I keep forgetting this bottle. It's so underrated. I don't know if I've actually had the Old Overholt Bottle and Bond. Of course, but who's Adam? Adam Terry. He's in here. I mean, not at the moment, but he's in here. Donnie explained it. Dustin, all good, man. All good. We're here to share with each other. That's what matters. I'm going to turn my heater on a little bit because old Pear Bear is getting stuffy. So I apologize if there's a little bit of heater noise for a second. That's just it warming up. But, thanks. Hey, thank you, Ryan, for being awesome. Ryan and I, it's funny. We used to go to church together. And when I was on Tell Me I'm Wrong, it took me until like halfway through the episode to realize that he and I knew each other. And we, in a way, kind of, we grew up together too for a long while, because we were in children's ministry together and then youth group, and I don't know when you all stopped going to Calvary, Ryan, but we kind of lost touch, and then as soon as this podcast came up, we reconnected. It's great, and I got to make a new friend with Joe, and kind of form more of a friendship with Josh as well, whose sister is best friends with my wife, Lucy. It was just all very, very cool. Very cool. Let's see. Brian also asked, did I crack that Knob Creek yet? Well, yes. Yes. Dude, I can't... I'm going to have some of the Knob Creek cast strength later as well. Don's going to be back in 30. No worries, Don. And now we're working on becoming Kentucky celebs. Something like that. Something like that. Man, this old overhaul. Space booze. Breaking Bourbon just tweeted something from Mental Floss. There are giant clouds of alcohol floating in space, according to mentalfloss.com. This is from 2013. It's not interested at the moment. That's too long ago. That's too long ago for us to, like, isn't the, in terms of research, like 10 years kind of the limit for when things are the most trustworthy? I can't remember for sure. But doesn't matter. We didn't come here to talk about scientific studies. What we did do was come here to drink plenty of 114 proof bourbon or rye. And that is exactly what we're going to do. Swan. That's it. I'm going to enter Swan space. I'm okay with that, bud. Just take me with you and bring some of that alcohol back. If it's actually there. Ryan, next episode that we do together of TIMBP, Swan needs to be on so we can meet all you guys as well. So that would be crazy. Swan, start flapping them wings. Start flapping, boy. The only way you're going to reach them stars is if you just reach for the sky. All right. I didn't have a good way to finish that. It did sound like something that Matthew McConaughey would have said in Interstellar. Is that the Christopher Nolan space movie that he was in? I think it was Interstellar. Joe, aka Iced Basil. Joe's a good dude. His whiskey choices might be a little bit, but he's a good dude. Thinking that too. Also, post-pandemic, we got to do a live stream. We could do a live stream, socially distant. I think we should do a live show. I think we should get maybe like 3 to 5 of the smaller local podcasts and do a big weekend of shows. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I think it could be a lot of fun. But we'll talk about it. Eric Smith's at work. Cheers, y'all. Got to run. Say hi to all the Erics for me. Hello, Erics. Heyo. Oh man, let's do it. Absolutely. I think it could just be so much fun. So yeah, once the pandemic's over, we'll look at doing a live weekend with multiple shows. It would be so much fun, man. Like, I know of at least 2 or 3 other shows that I would want to absolutely be a part of it. And it could be just... Could be cool. Could be a good... could be a good launch event, I would say. Again, we'll see. Man. Oh, Dave Jennings tweeted something about a barrel-proof Russell's Reserve single barrel. I want in on that. First annual Central Kentucky Podfest. Yes. There we go. Yes. We're getting there, man. We're getting there. Dustin is craving glazed bacon, is what I almost said there. Glazed bacon and peanut butter dip from OBC. I am always craving OBC, man. I was talking to Lucy the other day. Like, it's been forever since we've been there, and I'm I'm keen to get back. I haven't been there in a while. It just opportunity hasn't been right, and baby. So, it is what it is. Let's move on, shall we? How about the one that inspired all of this? Swan's had too many Turkey 101s and he's looking at beanbags. Swan, I love you, buddy. Blazed Gaken. That is what I almost said and what I corrected myself on there, Clifton. Ryan, sounds good, buddy. It was good seeing you in here, man. Have a good evening. And we will chat soon. What is the sorcery that he speaks of? So the sorcery that Dustin speaks of is it's a candied bacon that is then baked in the oven and glazed with it's like a maple glaze, and then there's this like peanut butter dip or peanut butter syrup that OBC provides as a dipping sauce to go with it, and it's just heaven on earth, man. It's just amazing. The first time that I ever went, I don't know if they still have them for dessert, but they used to have these little, I think they were like fried donut balls, and we asked. It was the first time that we went, and Iverson, was. Have I tried the burning chair sample yet? No, Will, I have not. But it's 113. I'm gonna have to save it. Had you at bacon. Anyway, so the first time we went, Iverson was the waiter, and I think it was for my birthday. I can't remember for sure. But we asked if they could, for dessert, batter the bacon in the donut batter and then fry it like that. And dipped in that peanut butter sauce, man. It's good. Haven't had it in forever, but yeah, I will try the burning chair sample here soon as well, buddy. Like I said last week, I'm backed up on listener samples, so I know I did a bunch last week, but I've still got more to go. So, all in due time, my friend, all in due time. Please stop. Well, Dustin, when you come down, we'll go to OBC. Foodgasm. That's a word for it. So old granddad 114. Good, just wondering. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. So somebody I remember saying doesn't like old granddad 114 that much. I'm a big fan. I think it's great. I really, really think that it's just one of those standards. It's one of those classics that people either overlook or maybe just don't have that much interest in. I mean, it sits on the bottom shelf here, basically mid-bottom. But even at $30, it's such a great price. It's such a really good bourbon, especially at the proof. I mean, and we talked about it on this week's episode with the blind flight that Swan put me through, which if you've not listened yet, go and check out that episode because it's a lot of fun. Hostile Swan Takeover. What did I call it? Swan Takeover 2, Hostile Boogaloo. So everybody's got their sequel names that they lean on. Mine's anywhere from Electric Boogaloo to Back in the Habit. So Returns is a good one too, though. Blasphemy OGD 114 is a solid daily drinker. I agree. Barn Door says some people just hate happiness. First off, Barn Door, welcome. I don't think I've seen you in here before. If I have, I apologize. I'm going to say welcome again. Cheers to you. Thank you for joining and imparting your wisdom here as well. Because I agree with you. Some people do just hate happiness. But to that I say, to the victor goes the spoils. Goes was the word there, not goys. If I said goys, I'd be turning into my Australian. Welcome and hello again. Has you been in here before? I apologize. I could be totally blanking and not realizing that you've been in here before. I'm very, very sorry if you have been. Again, if not, welcome. This is TIMBP Live. So. Oh, goodness. We are just about to hit the half-hour mark here on Wisdom Prepare for Disappointment. Oh, good, brother. Oh, good. We are just about to hit the half-hour mark here on this Thursday TIMBP Live. I want to remind folks of the Snuffy Chat system, which is again available at the bottom of your screen. Give you a shout-out here. Mr. Snuffy has not had a sip in a while. He only sips, by the way, when we do Snuffy Chats. So we can't let our man go dry. So he's been everywhere. Well, then I really apologize, because that must mean that I have just been ignorant. I'm very sorry about that, Barn Door. Give me a sip of water. Pound those likes and let's get those Snuffy Chats going. Thank you, Dustin. But I agree. Do hit that like button. And please do get those Snuffy Chats going. I got a kid to put through college in a few years. I mean, a while. But, you know, every little bit counts. Everything helps. So. Is Trev Wilson not feeling good again? Dang, Blue Wrench Squad's not feeling good tonight. Swan's got, for anybody who doesn't know, Swan's got COVID. Which sucks. Barn Door has also never been anywhere. Fair enough. On all the streams, but with so many different names. He's an enigma. Okay, fine. Fine. I see how it is. I just got itchy. You know that thing where like your eye just all of a sudden gets like real itchy, and the only thing that fixes it is just like just like aggressively rubbing it. I was trying to find a better phrase for that. I've been everywhere. That's my terrible Johnny Cash, by the way. I used to do a Folsom Prison cover on my own a while ago, and I'd do a octave up from him on the like second or third verse. I can't remember. No, that's not what it was. I would end off one of the phrases an octave up. That was fun. OGD 114. You can stay. He's going to stick around for a little while. Cocaine Blues. Did I say cocaine? I meant Folsom Prison. I don't know why I would have said cocaine. That's really bizarre if I did. Fair enough. Fair enough. Don't flag me, YouTube, for saying that. Ah, Will Henderson. With the next Snuffy chat. He said, to the college fund. Sorry, fresh pop on this Noah's Mill. Wanted to give you a fresh crack here, Mr. Will. For this. Oh, Cocaine Blues. Duh. Sorry. Sorry, Basil. All right, Noah's Mill at 114.3 proof. Ah, come on. Come on, Snuffy, get it together. Ah, whatever. The dude's trying. Yeah, thank you, Will. I lost my spot for a second. Do we know if Perry's okay? Perry's doing great. That's what I would... Okay, I think that's... So I'd started... I hear that train a-coming. It's rolling round the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when, but I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps rolling on down to San Antone. That's how I would end the verse. Is that a 2020 Noah's Mill? I'm going to say yes. Actually, I don't know. Because it does say 20-21. So maybe it's 2021? I don't know. I don't read Willet bottles. So. Is that Noah's Mill peanut butter? It's Chris. Oh, Chris is in here. Just you today as Lil is at work? Oh, man. So sorry to hear that, buddy. But, yeah. I'm happy to see you here, my friend. Clifton hasn't had Noah's Mill in a minute. I haven't either, actually. This is the first bottle I've had of Noah's Mill in a heartbeat. Nick has noticed a major change in taste profile of Noah's Mill over the years. See, that smells... It smells now basically just like what Willet smells like. I feel like my vocal cords opened up after I sang that line. I'm going to have to start singing before I do live streams. About to have dinner. We'll join you all later if you're hanging out. We are hanging out. You can find the link for that on patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast. It's open to everybody on Patreon. And we can actually... Emily has no idea why she had no video until now. I'm not sure why either, Emily. Donnie or somebody. I don't know who wants to do that, but you can also post the Hangout link for the Zoom call here in the chat as well if you would like to. Keep looking at that 2-ounce 2011 George T. Stagg you put back for me. Chris, do you ever know that you're my hero? It's not a bad nose, but there is something kind of... It's almost like artificial sweetener about Noah's Mill. That it... I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of it. It's fine. It's fine. Z-Man. Good to see you as well in here, buddy. Donnie did post the link for the Patreon. So you can go and join the Hangout later on as well. Would really be happy to see everybody over there. Patrick. Hello, Patrick. I was in Louisville this weekend and got some of the Knob Creek 12 cast strength. Holy moly, it's good. I can't find it anywhere in Indy. Go back and listen to last week's episode if anybody hasn't yet, and you'll know my feelings on Knob Creek cast strength 12 year. So, do I like Rounds Creek better? Actually, I need to do them side by side. I haven't done that. Did I mean the Facebook chat or this chat? I meant this chat initially, but put it in the Facebook chat. Do that. Dad, you're my hero. I was quoting this. My dad's making me feel bad. Also, everybody say hello to Papa Ritter, stopping in for the chat. And he's also going to be hopping on to the Hangout maybe for a little bit, possibly. Who's to say? After we're done here. Thought you wanted me to post the Hangout link somewhere. Yeah, put it in the Facebook chat. Not necessarily the Facebook page, just the group chat. I know you're kidding, Dad. I know. Huh. Well, that's different. Star anise on the nose like other Willets? Yeah, absolutely. And is it Willets or Willet? Willet. What kind of artificial sweetener? Like, I don't know. Like, I can't pinpoint what it is exactly, but it's just not very good, man. It's just not great. It's so weird because, like, Noah's Mill used to be so good. And even, like, that in-between phase, I feel like, where it was the older stuff. Because if I'm not mistaken, it was age stated at 115. At 15 years old. But, well, that's different. Yeah, sorry. But when it was age stated, I felt like it was just solid. And I'm not just solely advocating for age statements, but I think in this case, it's obvious that the age statement meant something more to the product and held it to a little bit of a higher standard. But it's just kind of average at this point, I feel like. Oh, pink, blue, or yellow sweetener? Pink. Pink for sure. That is not a great face at all. Barn Door, I've walked past the same bottle of Noah's Mill in my local store for 2 months. I keep looking at it saying I should try it, but it's next to the Old Forester 1920, and I always need another bottle of 1920. I agree with that. I would love to have another bottle of Old Forester 1920. Poperator's got to do a few things, and then he'll be on the Hangout. We'll be here. We will be here indeed. All right. I'm going to knock this. Actually, I'm going to let it sit for a minute. I don't want to jump too far ahead. But I'm not feeling that Noah's Mill, man. Let me have another sip just to see. Okay. There we go. Pink is super meh. I agree with you. So I did say that tonight was at least 114 proof. So I'm going to move on to barrel bourbon, batch 27 at 115.7 proof. You listened. Somebody remind me too. I need to text Kenny of Bourbon Pursuit later. Make sure that we can do next week. Sherry's glad she didn't buy it then. Yeah, I don't know what to do with... where'd it go? There it is. I don't know what to do with it at the moment. I mean, it's... I'm going to let it open, of course. It was just the fresh crack or whatever. But, maybe once it's had some time to open up, it'll be better, but I don't know. It's definitely not as good as the last bottle of Noah's Mill that I had. The last one was really good, but this is just not that I was looking for at all, unfortunately. So, yeah, we have officially moved on from the 114 proof portion of the evening. Whew, I'm stuffy. Swan, your COVID symptoms didn't start by getting stuffy, correct? Just message me, please, if you're still in here. I can still smell and taste everything just fine. It's just my nose. Oh, there we go. Oh, that is so much better than the Noah's Mill. I just needed that little bit of a kick in proof to move on from it. And like I said, I'm going to round out the night with some Elijah Craig Barrel Proof because why not? But hey, Don Nishida's back. Hello, Don. Oh, that's so good. It's got a significant alcohol burn on it, but it's really chocolatey. It's got a nice fruit flavor to it as well. Oh. Work's getting in the way of the streams for Don. Yeah, fair enough. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. You gotta stay in there. I think Swan's tapped out for the night. So we're down to just one moderator for the evening, one Blue Wrench. It's just Donnie. Please respect the Blue Wrench, because I haven't seen Trev in here in a while either. So, anyway. Welcome. I'm seeing a little bit of an uptick, rather, in numbers. So if you are returning, welcome back. If you are here for the first time tonight, welcome in. Make yourselves known. Don't lurk. Say hello to everybody. Let us know what you're drinking. I'm drinking this barrel bourbon. Batch 27, 115.7 proof. There's a savory note tucked under there, too. Ah, Trev is still here. What are you recovering from? Did you get COVID again? Or just the general cruds? Just let me know. So anyway, we have two. Lurkers, please sound off. Drop an L in the chat for lurk. Is that what the cool kids are saying? I really don't know. Yeah, Trev, seriously, I hope you're feeling okay, man. I'm sorry if you're still feeling bad. Ah. Oh, you got the second vaccine. That's right. I remember. Okay, that makes sense because New Year's Eve you got the first dose, and you said that it knocked you on your butt. So that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm sorry to hear that, bud. I really am. I hope you're feeling better, or at least feeling better soon, because that blows. I'm getting a lot of Snapchats from my wife. I'm assuming it's of my baby. Or nope, she's sending me funny stories from the internet. Barrel bourbon. Um, One of my favorite companies from 2020. I wouldn't say distillery because they don't distill, they blend and source, but they are phenomenal. I love what they do and what they have done. All right, let's get a little bit higher proof so I can get rid of some of these snots as well. Oh, goodness. How about, what time are we at? 15 minutes? That's enough for 2 pours. Right? I'm going to say right. I am going to say, oh crap. If I can get it open. Yep, there we go. All right. Trev got the Pfizer vaccine. For anybody keeping score at home, that is 1 for Pfizer, 1 for Trev Wilson. All right, moving on up the proof ladder. I'll sit this right next to this other bad boy. Got on your left side here the 120.5 proof cast strength Knob Creek 12 year, and on your right side the 124.3 proof. I can't remember anything. Yeah. Because remember, again, don't criticize me, but this is me drinking at least 114 proof on 114 day. And I'll tell you, it's because I can only find a few that were 114 proof. But it's fine. It's all fine. It's good. Nobody's criticized me yet. I don't want to hear it. I want to know about it. Whatever. Oh, that's such a good nose. I really hope that you people are just witnessing me with a case of the sniffles, and not the beginning of COVID. Because I really don't judge me. I really don't know if it starts with sniffles and then gets worse, or if it just jumps right into the cough and the sore throat and all that. I'm hoping it's just allergies. I'm really, really hoping it's just allergies. Because this didn't really start until I came out into the garage, which is more significantly exposed to the outside because of the garage door with the cracks in the door and everything. But bust out the unobtainium. I did. Also, hello, Bubble Bath Bourbon. Good to see you in here. Yes, everybody send well wishes to Trev Wilson, and Swan is not in here. He's dipped out for the night. I believe he has probably gone on to bed from not feeling super well. But poor guy. Swan is in the midst of battling, well, at the beginning stages of battling COVID. I'm sure you're fine. There's nothing going around now, is there? Not a daggum thing is going around right now. Could not tell you of one single illness that is traveling around in the world right now. Except for this, have you guys gotten your cootie shot yet? I haven't gotten mine this year. I heard it was real, like, I don't know, like there were some weird side effects. I don't like last year I got it and it didn't seem to work because my wife had a baby. So I don't know if like I should get another one this year, and because if I like she might have again a baby, but I get should I get the cootie shot again? I mean it's easy, it's circle circle dot dot, but I don't know. Proof kills the curd. Crud. Ah, fair enough. I read that in real time. That was fun. Thank you for that, Emily. Proof does kill the crud, and I'm going to continue to drink the higher proof stuff because that's all I feel like doing. Oh, obtainium. I misread that as unobtainium. What's obtainium? It sounds like it would be an orphan barrel release. I don't know. Tell me. Honestly, though, I feel like I just got the sniffles from being out in the garage. I'm not too worried. Emily's over here swooning over port. Yeah, fair enough. All right, we are about to head into the final few minutes of the stream. I did tell, I believe it was Nick Foles at the beginning that I would drink. Yes, it was Nick Foles that I would drink some Elijah Craig Barrel Proof C918 with him. You don't have to twist my arm or anything to do it, but like, it's my favorite batch of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, and pretty much my favorite bourbon of all time. And I don't always get to drink it. So maybe for, a special occasion, you drop a little snuffy chat at one of the links below, PayPal, Venmo or Square. I don't know. It's up to you. Obtainium is 14-year-old, 17.6% ABV MGP light whiskey. What? Woo! That's intense. I'll put hair on your chest. That'll make you feel like a real grown man there, Steve. You're not going to feel too bad after that. I mean, you might in the morning, but before that, you're gonna, what's down here? Do you know there's a rat down here? Better take care of that, Steve. No, snap. Okay, that's not going to fit. That's what she said. Get insulation for the garage? I agree. I need to get insulation for the garage. The previous owners told us it was insulated, and it was not. So, joke's on me, I guess. Should I have the daggum house inspector check that out before we moved in? Does Bubble Bath actually have a obtainium? I want to try a sample of that, man. Back in my day, we used to tie onions to our belt because it was the style back then. I know that's Grandpa Simpson, but that was the voice that I was already doing, was Midwestern middle-aged dad. So I had to stick with it. But yeah, we're gonna round out the night with our This Is My Bourbon drinking glass, Glencairn, which is full of my favorite Elijah Craig Barrel Proof C918, which Nick Foles has said, damn right to, I'll pour some C918 with ya. I won't say no to that. Don Nishida with the Snuffy Chat, he said C918 Snuffy Chat. Cheers to everybody who has been here tonight. To those of you who have donated through Snuffy Chats as well, thank you so much. I'm not done yet. I just wanted to say thank you. It was my wrap-up voice, but I'm still. Can this get better over time? Huh? I mean, it's already amazing. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Donnie? Donnie, what are you talking about, Donnie? Donnie? It's already great, Donnie. What are you talking about? It's one of the best dang whiskeys I've ever had. I like C918 over C920. I do indeed. And I like A120 over C920. Hashtag Snuffy Squad. Hashtag Snuffy Squad. What up? Thank you, guys. Oh, it tastes even better than you recalled. Yay, we did it. Donnie was convinced. Yay, Donnie. No, that's really good to hear. I'm happy that you've been swayed, because it's. I really need to hide it for myself, or at least hide one bottle, because it legitimately is my favorite, and I have a hard time keeping my hands off of it. Okay. Thoughts on C919? My local store just got some in. Oh, you know what? I lost out on that bottle the other night. I think I remember C919 being overly hot. Yeah, I can't remember for sure off the top of my head, but that's my general recollection of it. But grab a bottle. I mean, you can't go wrong with Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. I think that one is just, it's just hotter. It's just got more alcohol burn to it than others do. Dude, C918 is a straight hitter. I get chocolate heavy on it, and I wish I would have bought about 5 more when I could have. I think over time, I've probably bought 6 or 7, maybe. And this is even before, because when the podcast started, 2017. So daggone it, 3.5 years ago, almost 4. Well, 4 in October. That was before I was getting media kits from Heaven Hill, and I mean, like, anytime I saw it, I was picking it up, and even at like $80-$85 a bottle, just because of how much I loved it. So, 'tis what it is. Nick Foles, dude, C918 is a straight hitter. I get chocolate heavy on it. And I already read that. Barn Door, I've heard hot also. Yeah. Alrighty, well, we are going to go ahead and end off the stream here. Thank you all so much for hanging out for another TIMBP Live. I appreciate everybody staying here with us for this week. If you want to catch me on the podcast, This Is My Bourbon Podcast. It comes out every Wednesday on your favorite podcatcher app. And every Thursday night, of course, I do my live stream. I am super happy to be getting back into these now that 2021 has kicked into gear. And again, thank you all so much for being here. Follow on the social media at My Bourbon Pod. Follow or become a patron of the show as well at patreon.com/MyBourbonPodcast for as little as $1 a month. We're about to go over and do a hangout courtesy of our Patreon community, or supported by our Patreon community. I don't really know the correct phrasing there, but thank you all so much for being here tonight. It was great hanging out with you. Happy 114 day. We'll see you all next week or on the Hangout, but until then, I'm Perry, and this is TIMBP Live for 114 day. I probably should have stopped it earlier. I don't know. We're just gonna, okay, goodbye. Just bye.